is I had gotten into a car accident. It's not really an accident, huge accident. Somebody had rear-ended me earlier this year, and I've been going back and forth between their insurance company. The person fled the scene, so it took like a month filing the police report, trying to trace his license plates, who he is, the insurance company, all that finagling happened. So finally, to where the point where I'm at now, they gave me an amount, settled in. I try to look into my insurance company to see how much they'll cover, and it's about the same, so it makes no difference. So you know what I'm gonna do? It would cost me less, definitely, if I went with my insurance, have them fix everything, because the only thing you got to pay is the deductible. They cover everything else. Car is fixed. But is the car an asset? You got to ask yourself that. It's not. It's going to depreciate. The minute they fix that thing and I drive off, it's depreciating in value. I don't have one of those limited edition 1 in 1,000 cars or 1 in 1 million cars that they have. If it was 1 in 1 million, I'm sure the value wouldn't have been that much. But it's not one of those limited edition cars, so it's going to depreciate. What do you think I should do? I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do, because the other insurance company, they're just giving me that amount cash, right? Non-taxable, because it's not like a money that I'm receiving as income. It's for me to repair a damage on the car. And I'm going to freaking invest it. That's what I'm going to do. And I hope you do the same thing if you ever come into a situation like that with a car, because with where the market is right now, that money that they're going to give me, I can easily 50 exit, 100 exit if I put it into the right investment. I am going to diversify, but right now I'm banking big on grayscale, a lot of things in grayscale. So I think I'm going to partition it amongst Litecoin Trust and then I think Bitcoin Cash Trust. I know it's under $1 right now. So the things that are like the lowest, the market caps are low, that's what I'm going to put it in. And hey, I lose everything. It's all right. It is what it is. One thing I learned about investment is not everything is going to succeed. I had 2 things I bought, I think, that were completely bankrupt and never reappeared at all. And I think that's the Wirecard. I had put a few $100 in Wirecard when it like dropped down quite a bit. So I thought they were going to overcome that, and they didn't quite overcome that. And I also had put into CXDC, I think. It's a China plastic company, whatever. I had gains on that. I never liquidated. I did have gains on that at one point. And I think they got pulled off the market. So they're now on NASDAQ. They're on OTC. But I ain't touching the investment. Right now, the few $100 that I put in there. And when I'm buying things like that are risky, I'm not going to go put 1,000, 5,000. No, it's not like huge. You got to put a proportion that is very tiny that you can gamble and just throw away. For me, that's a few $100. When it did peaked, like my $300 flipped 4 times to like 1,200. I could have sold that time and did what it is, but right now I think it's worth like $15. You know, if I liquidate, I'll get a tax deduction for it. It is what it is. These are the things I want to share with you to know that I'm not a perfect investor as well. We're going to have things that lose some and we have things that gain some. And it's completely fine. And that's how we learn. But majority of my portfolio are things that have businesses going on that have cash flow, right? You got the Netflix, you got the lab that recently got their rebranding happen. There's a company that's injecting like $250 million into them and trying to help their business like really come up.